Let's take a look at number 6. You're told if D1 is equal to $1.25, G 4.7%, and the price of the stock, P0, is $26. What is the stock's expected dividend yield for the coming year? Take note, you had the formula earlier on. The dividend yield is equal to D1 over the price. You're given D1, so that's $1.25 divided by the price, $26, which is 4.81%. So you're asked for the yield. Remember, the yield is always a percent. In number 7, on the other hand, notice you're given D0. That dividend has already been paid. It's $2.25. G is 3.5%, and the price of the stock is $50. And you're asked, what is the stock's expected dividend yield for the coming year? Take note, once again, you're given D0, not D1. So the dividend yield would be equal to D0 times 1 plus G over the price of the stock, which is 4.66%. So once again, class, I want you to be aware of the difference between D0 and D1 and how the formula changes. In number 8, you're given D1 of $1.25. You're told the constant growth rate is 5.5%. And the price of the stock is $44. And you're asked, what is the stock's expected total return for the coming year? Once again, you've been given this formula. The total return R is equal to your dividend yield plus G. That is D1 over the price plus G. You're given D1 over the price of $44 plus 0.055, which is your growth rate. Therefore, the total return for the coming year is 8.34%. In number 9, you're given D0 this time, 1.75. $1.75 is your D0. G is equal to 3.6%, and the price of the stock is $32. Take note, because you're given D0, you need to multiply it by 1 plus G over the price plus G. So in this case, because we have D0, you multiply it by 1.036 divided by the price plus 0.036, 9.27%. Number 10, what we have here is a perpetuity. You're told that this company has an outstanding issue of perpetual preferred stock with an annual dividend of $7.50. Remember, there is no growth in dividends when you have preferred stock. If the required return on this stock is 6.5%, at what price should the preferred stock sell? In other words, what is the P? The price of the stock is simply D over R. So very simply, $7.50 divided by 0.065, and that is equal to $115.38. Let's switch gears now, class, and go on to supernormal growth. This company just paid a dividend of $1.32. So take note, first thing you do is look out for D0 or D1. In this case, you're given D0. Analysts expect the company's dividend to grow by 30% this year, by 10% in year 2, and then it becomes a constant 5% in year 3 and thereafter. The required return on this low-risk stock is 9%. What is the best estimate of the stock's current market value? And in this case class, you need to use essentially two models. So I've written these out in steps for you. Step number 1, find the dividends. What do you have first? Well, you started with D0 because that dividend has already been paid. In the first year, your dividend increases by 30%. So 1.32 times 1.3 is 1.716. In the second year, you're told the dividend increases by 10%. So 1.716 times 1.1 equals 1.8876. And then you're told after that it becomes a constant 5%. So your dividend in year 3 will be equal to 1.8876 times 1.05, and that is equal to 1.9820. So that's step 1, find the dividends. In step 2, what you do is you pay attention to the point at which the growth rate becomes constant. In this case, it's after year 2, so you find the price of the stock in year 2. And remember what we just said. Price of the stock in year 2 will be equal to your dividend in year 3 over R minus G. So you found your dividend in year 3, 1.9820 over R, 9%, minus your constant growth rate of 5%. So the price of the stock in year 2 is equal to $49.55 or 49.5495. Please use 4 decimal places until the very end. So you have the price of the stock in year 2. What do you do now? You discount the future cash flows back to the present to get the price of the stock today. Always the future cash flows. And the reason I say that, remember that $1.32 has already been paid. You cannot discount that $1.32. So you're discounting the future cash flows 1.716 in year 1 over 1 plus R, 1.09, plus your dividend in year 2, 1.8876. But you have to remember the stock is worth 49.5495 in year 2. So you have to add these two cash flows in year 2 and divide by 1.09 squared to get the stock price today of $44.87. You cannot discount this dividend in year 3 because you have already used it to find the price of the stock in year 2. So you cannot use it down here again and discount it again. It will be double counting. So this has the price of the stock, $44.87. Let's take a look at another example. This company's last dividend was $1.75. So you know this is your D0. Its dividend growth rate is expected to be constant at 25% for 2 years, after which dividends are expected to grow at a rate of 6% forever. So you have 25% for 2 years, and then it becomes a constant growth rate forever. And this is an example of supernormal growth, 25% for 2 years, and then it settles into a constant growth rate of 6%. The required return in this example is 12%. What is the price of the stock? Again, step 1, find the dividends. Your D0 is $1.75. So your D1 will be 1.75 times 1.25 because it's growing at 25, and that is equal to 2.1875. Then for your dividend in year 2, 2.1875 again times 1.25, and that is equal to 2.7344. After year 2, it becomes a constant 6%. So your dividend in year 3 is 2.7344 times 1.06, and that is equal to 2.8984. As we just said, the growth rate becomes a constant 6% forever after year 2. So you want again to find the price of the stock in year 2. And that is equal to your dividend in year 3 over R minus G, which is equal to $48 and about 31 cents, 48.3073. You have your dividend in year 3 divided by your R minus your constant growth rate of 0.06, and that is equal to, once again, 48.3073. And then in step 3, you discount the future cash flows. 2.1875 over 1.12. Remember, your R is 12%. Your dividend in year 2, 2.7344, plus the stock is worth 48.3073 in year 2. You discount that at 12%, 1.12 squared, because these cash flows are in year 2 here. And the price of the stock is $42.64. $42.64. Okay, so what I want you to pay attention to is 1, whether you're given D0 or D1. 2, at what point does the growth rate become constant forever? And 3, you want to pay attention to what you're discounting. You never want to discount a dividend that has already been paid. And after you use this dividend, for example, you notice you do not discount it again down here.